Hey everyone, thanks for listening to Story by Dice, an anthology actual play tabletop role-playing podcast. New episodes drop on the first and third Monday of every month. If you enjoy the show, please leave us a rating and review or connect with us on social media. We'd love to hear your feedback. Hey guys, welcome back to the world of the Sword Coast. My name is Dallas, I am your dungeon master for this podcast.
My name is Luis. I am a player.
Hi, I'm Ariana. I'm going to be a player.
Joining you today is Eric. He's playing this game. What's it called again?
I think this is called Dungeons and Dragons, Eric. All right. Last we picked off, we were following the adventures of a crew that was trying to break into the Red Enclave in the Sword Coast.
Yeah, and we all friggin' died.
And everybody died.
It's correct to say we were picked off.
Yeah.
But it seems that was a smokescreen. A different team is in the Undermountain area, sneaking their way inside. So, far in the icy north of the Sword Coast, near the Icewind Dale, stands a stone monument to justice. Or at least, one would hope. Its name is Revel's End, but it sometimes goes by the Noose. It is a tall, panopticon prison structure made with obsidian-colored stone. It stands high above a cliff, with a wooden elevator connected to a dock. Deep within this panopticon lies a ruins of sort. It was built on top of old structures from before times. And in this time, a figure sits in a deep chamber, meditating, as the door slides open. Luis, where is your character right now?
As you see this disfigured man sitting calmly on the floor, chained to the floor, mind you, we get a glimpse into his inner psyche, where a much more human-looking representation of him is sitting in a lounging chair, reading a book in a massive, sprawling library.
Is there anybody in this library aside from you?
No.
It seems almost kind of distant. In fact, a book falls off a library shelf, which isn't supposed to do that, and you know why.
I glance at it, I stand and pick it up.
On the cover, it reads, "Wake up."
As I read it, my eyes open.
Your eyes open, and what stands before you is a woman wearing a white kind of civil uniform. There is a kind of makeup design on their face to give it a little bit of flourish. They have dark skin, they have black hair with their hair in a bun. You have met this person before. This is the person known as Mira Calloway. And she comes up to you, keeping her distance as far as the chains can allow. And she says, "Tempest, have you given my proposition some thoughts?"
What is the outside like?
Cold. Next question.
Your proposition?
Do a mission for me. I'll shave time off your sentence, and you can go free sooner. And you can see, by the way, near the entrance, there is a drow with white hair and a red coat leaning against the wall, just kind of eyeing you from a distance.
I suppose it won't do any harm.
The drow speaks up and says, "And why do we need him? I think we are fine with the candidates that we have already."
Oh, by all means, if you don't need me, let me get back to my reading.
What my associate is trying to say is, he's unaware of your legacy.
Of course he's unaware of my legacy. Were he aware, he would not speak to me with such disrespect.
And who are you?
I don't need to prove myself to you, boy. But if you must know my name, I am Lord Tempest of Netheril.
A Netherese?
Now he's interested.
He takes out a dagger and he starts to walk towards you, and Mira puts her arm out and says, No. Nilo. Nilo lowers the weapon.
Nilo. Interesting.
For those of you who don't know, the Netherese was an empire that existed, I think it's been around 2,000 years, or am I mistaken?
In the before times.
It existed in the before times. They were an advanced magical society that died due to their own pride. Mira looks to you and says, well, if you're in, you're in. It's time to meet your other associates.
Yes.
Nilo, she gestures to Nilo, and Nilo comes over and puts these manacles onto your wrists and takes the chains off, and you all leave the inner chamber, going up a staircase.
So, Nilo, how do you find the outside world?
It's simply the worst. Give me a nature check.
15.
You had heard about drows before. You're a bit familiar with them. And you know that they typically inhabit the Underdark. So the outside world is a little odd to them.
Yes, I would suppose you find it that way. Being out of your element and all.
You go up some stairs. As you finish these stairs, you exit into a outer chamber leading past these stone walls that kind of divide up the place. You are escorted to a large wooden door, and as it opens, light for the first time in a long time reaches you, Tempest.
I see.
Actually, I have a question for you. Do you feel the cold on your skin?
Ooh, that is a good question. I do not. I feel the sensation of like touch, but it's not like it's the same. Everything is the same.
You see the light, and you see snow falling from the sky, lands into the palm of your hands, and you feel nothing. A wind blows by, and you now see into what is now a courtyard. Several individuals playing, wearing orange tunics with a number on them. These individuals are playing kind of with different objects, or they're practicing a form of spell casting that they're allowed to do. And then there's another area where people are just throwing horseshoes, and you see this out of weight looking dad bod man say, "You got this, Tristan," and he tries to throw a horseshoe and it misses. Then you see a female halfling working on some kind of mechanical object that is attached to another, what seems to be prisoner. You see they're both wearing these manacles that you're also wearing. Mira takes the lead and leads you towards this person. Can you describe yourself for me, Ari's character?
Yes, I absolutely can. So you see a halfling. She is so incredibly just malnourished. Her hair is kind of reddish brown. It's incredibly messy. She's got bangs, but in the way that like whenever she's working on something and her hair gets in her face, she just sort of cuts it off. She has these burns that just absolutely cover the left side of her face and neck. And she's got this sort of almost wild look at her eye, and you can tell from the way that her jaw is moving that she's mumbling. And the person that she is currently tinkering on looks so incredibly uncomfortable.
You, Ari, your character hears in the distance as Mira is walking towards you. 28 counts of trespassing, 3 counts of theft, 10 counts of forgery, 8 counts of counterfeiting, 1 count of attempted murder, and then she finally stands in front of you, Ari, and she says, and 1 count of murder.
That one didn't count. No, it didn't.
Tell me, what are you doing to this inmate? I believe this is 09, right?
And I look over at the tunic to make sure. Yes. Yes, that is 09. You know, it could be 60. Let me actually, if she reaches for a notebook that is, strapped to her leg. If she's in the orange tunic, it's, tied with a strip of the orange tunic. She's like, okay. She pulls out soft charcoal pencil, because they won't, a piece of chalk, really. Less of a pencil. And, it goes, okay. Yes, 09. Thought it was 60. Yes, 09. 09 is a sorcerer. So I'm wondering, what is it? Is it in the blood? Is it in the hands? Is it in the brain? We're trying to... And she checks her notebook again. Yes. Get rid of the use of the hands.
As you test your notebook, you start to see... both of you, give me a perception check.
Perception, that's 12.
A dirty 20.
So, Ari, your character doesn't fully notice this, but Tempest, you definitely do. You see that the color of what is an elf, who is prisoner 9. Ari, what is this mechanical object that you are working on?
It would be the magical equivalent of a tourniquet. She's hoping that this tourniquet can cut off magic from that hand, and they're going to attempt to do so.
Tempest, you see fully that the coloring of this elf's hand is starting to deplete and leave, and their hands are starting to become monochromatic. Mira looks to, she looks to your character, Ari, and she says, I have a mission for you. I was wondering if you'd like to get out of this prison sooner.
Yes, absolutely. Anything at all. What can I do for you? Do you want a thing? I can make a thing. I could do a thing. What do you need? Can I help? Actually, one moment. She's accurately, she turns back real quick and to prisoner 09 and cranks something real quick and then goes back, yes. And then just keeps looking over at the hand.
Oh, the hands have gone completely monochromatic now. And he's like, am I not supposed to feel my fingers?
Possibly. So you can't feel your fingers? Is it a tingling, or is it an actual numbness, or is it just gone?
I can't feel my fingers. I'm trying to move them right now, and they're not moving.
Excellent. Try to cast something. With that hand specifically, if you could.
You see Mira say, sometime today, 314.
And if I don't finish it, it's not worth it. Please. Cast.
So the manacles that you have on prevents casting, but we'll say you can do really light casting magic, and that's what you're testing?
Yeah, just a prestidigitation, something like that.
You see a flame start to flicker into existence in the palm of their hands, but it starts to flicker away just as quickly. And you see it's requiring all of his thoughts and focus to keep it going. Can you give me a Arcana roll, please?
Yes, absolutely. A 17.
You see the flame completely disappears from his hands, and now he's trying hard, and he's like, it's not working. What did you do to me?
I don't know if if Elwyn is facing them or not. If you can see her face, it is one of just unbridled curiosity and interest. It's almost creepy in how, she's not worried at all for this person's well-being. She's just fascinated. She's like, oh.
As you are intently looking, the drow person kind of speaks up and says, all right, we get it. You're a mad scientist. Let's go.
Right, and then she cranks the thing the other way. And then...
Very interesting.
If you were to see over her shoulder into her notes, she is writing down, like, there's a possibility it's in the blood, but it's limited once in the cells. When cut off from the core, like, just writing down an explanation that she's putting together theories. She's like, okay, walking with, promise.
As you are walking away, do you fix this or you just leave it like it?
I've uncranked it, so it's no longer compressing. That could be just as bad, because that could mean that dead cells are going back into his bloodstream. So.
You untether the mechanical wraps, and you see he tries to cast magic, and it's not happening. And he looks at you, and you see he's gonna take. You see him take out his hand, and it looks like he's going to start going for your throat.
She's truly like still so like enamored with like, oh, so it might be in the hand.
Out of curiosity, Tempest, do you do anything?
Like, my arms are crossed, and I'm just observing. I really want to see how this plays out.
You hear Mira say, Nilo, if you could. And you see a ray of frost shoot out right towards the guy's hands. The hands freeze up into ice. Nilo walks over to the person, looks him up and down, takes out his dagger, and slices his hands off.
Nilo, you interrupted the experiment.
The experiment was done, Tempest. Come on.
Elwyn's gonna look over at Tempest and go, you're like, we're so similar. Oh my gosh, would you want to read these? Can I get your opinion on some of these? We go out and talk, because...
Mira says, we don't have the time, and as you are walking away, the guy, Prisoner 9, looks at you as you are all kind of heading away, and he says, I'll get you for this, Elwyn King fellow.
Looks like I'm getting out, though. Bye.
We'll be right back with the show, but first, a quick word from us. Hello, my name is Dallas of Dallas and Dragons. If you've been enjoying my dungeon mastering and you're looking to start your own campaign, I'm available for hire. I'm based in Georgia, and I also run games online through Discord. Whether you're brand new or a seasoned group, I'd love to help bring your story to life. Should you want to book me, you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky under Dallas and Dragons. Dallas and Dragons, let your journey begin. This case is strange. It's twisted, and there's a hole at the center of it. A donut hole. I will be running a Knives Out themed one-shot at the Atlanta convention Dice and Diversions this January. Join Detective Niles Noir as he investigates a murder in the middle of a dungeon crawl. If you're attending the con, come solve the case with us. You want even more tabletop chaos? Check out Dungeons & Delusions on Twitch. They're currently playing Baldur's Gate Descended to Avernus every week from 7 to 10:30, and our own player Luis narrates the adventure. That's Dungeons, the letter N, Delusions. See you there. Now, back to the action.
Little one, what is the goal of your experiment?
Well, if I can find the source of a person's magic, then I can take it, and I can use it to empower.
I see. Have you considered if you're trying to extract the magic from another being, it would depend on that being where the magic might be. For example, a cleric's magic is in his heart, whereas a monk's magic might be in his hands or feet. A wizard, the brain, and so on and so forth.
He is absolutely scribbling this down. She goes, I did account for that being a confounding variable. I have only been testing on sorcerers.
Oh. Well, they're talentless hacks anyway.
Tell me about it, you hear Nilo say. You approach a room that, Aylwin, you've been in a couple times. It is the infirmary. You open the door, or Mira opens the door, kind of leading you all in. You see a couple different people lying in stretchers. You see this sad-looking elf human with clay stuck to his hands and a head lying asleep on one of the bunks. And in the far back, playing a game of cards. Eric, can you describe your character for me, please?
You see a young man, short beard, lightish build. He is a fidgety, sort of tactless man, laughing loudly and keeping the energy very high in the room. He is of dark skin, of Badine descent, from the region of Anarok, of where Netheril would have been long ago. He has these bright blue eyes peeking out from like his curly black hair.
You see a 10 and an 8 being placed down on the ground as you're looking at a tiefling with a scar over his face. This is prisoner 213 saying, 18. Anything better than that?
Of course, my friend. You may win today, but the next game and the next game and the next game, you'll never know. Hit me. I play to win.
Give me a luck roll, please. Actually, add your sleight of hand.
20.
There you see this other dealer who is an Aarakocra. He hands you a card. It's a 5. He hands you another one. This one's a 10. But as that is happening, the door opens at this point, and these new individuals walk in. And as that happens, you're able to switch out the 5 with a ace. The Aarakocra looks at you and says, "What do you got?"
Well, I'll do some quick math and turn over my winning cards.
The tiefling grabs his head and says, "Damn it! Ugh!" All right. And he hands you a small arcane focus and kind of lays it on your side of the deck.
Oh, you tyrant, you. Would you like to play again?
Ugh. As you finish that, you hear a woman, Mira, say, "Prisoner 121, you're coming with us."
Ooh. I must oblige.
You get up, quickly taking your winnings, pocketing it, and leaving behind the sad sack tiefling, and making your way out the door. You all start walking to a different location. As that happens, you hear Mira kind of leading the charge saying, "All right, 121, want to get out of this place sooner?"
Sooner? I'm an innocent man. I know my day will come soon. I didn't expect it to be today. I'll count my lucky stars.
Sure. Your lucky stars. All right. Well, she leads you all towards a inner chamber with a large table placed in the middle of the room.
I look at the guys that are with me. Never seen this dustbin walking by.
So, to describe this man, he is bald, has a long wizard beard, and is dressed in ragged robes. His skin is so thin you can make out almost every vein underneath. It's like a haunting visage. He has runic tattoos going from his forehead back into the back of his head. His sclera of one of his eyes is black, as that eye illuminates faintly, and then the other eye is a prosthetic. Dallas, how would you describe that eye?
It seems ethereal in a sense, like it used to have an arcane function.
It's got a bit of a like stone texture to it. It's a freaky looking dude.
I make sure that in this meeting room, wherever I'm going to let you sit, and then I'm going to sit not facing you and away from you. I don't even want to acknowledge this guy. He's kind of gross looking, pretty weird. Yeah, I'm just not dealing with that.
As you all sit down, Mira says, "Who here has heard of the Red Wizards of Thay?"
I've heard of them from a merchant friend of mine. He told me about these cult-like entities. Some sort of rogue wizard faction. I'm not 100%.
Wizards are right, in a sense. They are a cult from the magiocratic civilization of Thay. Tempest, I'm sure you've never heard of the cult. They've only been in existence for around 400 years. They are typically responsible for many outlandish schemes, increasing their power and influence. Their newest one is quite possibly their most dangerous. They've invented an object, one that has a destructive force to sever the weave from the prime material plane.
Is that so?
That would mean no more magic, in any of its forms.
Well, they would hardly be the first to try.
Let's hope they are the last to try. We need you all to infiltrate their Skullport enclave and eliminate this object with extreme prejudice. Any questions?
It's a device or a person?
All you need to know is that is dangerous and needs to be dealt with.
Is it larger than a bread box?
Nilo kind of cocks his head at you and says, "You find this funny?"
You betcha.
I must ask, what exactly is his purpose here? The little scientist, I can understand, you see.
I'm here to make sure things go right. I've got a lucky streak about me. Or at least things go wrong for others. That's why I'm in here, of course.
Is that so? Yet you claim you're an innocent man, imprisoned.
I like to think we're all here for a purpose. And fate has a funny way of working. Luck of the gods. Or unluck.
Damn the gods.
Whoa there. You might be old enough to say that, but you shouldn't.
I don't believe this is helpful. Tobazim is brought in for his skills, same as you, Tempest, same as Elwyn.
So be it.
If nobody has more questions, we'll get...
Am I allowed to bring things back? How much will take off my sentence? How will I get special privileges when I am back?
You're going to Waterdeep. There are interesting things there. You are allowed to bring them back as long as they're not incredibly dangerous. 7 years off your sentence.
Do I get special privileges when I'm back? Such as experimentation possibly allowed?
I think we can manage that. And then Nilo turns to her and says, "You've got to be kidding me." And Mira says, "Honey attracts flies."
I have a question.
Only one?
Will I be given access to my scepter, Nihilbrand, the wailing rod of ninefold agonies?
No. That's off the table.
So be it.
Sounds so interesting.
Oh, yes.
Yo, you all are so sweet. As long as our cards are on the table, I'd like to add something to the pot. A wager of sorts.
And Nilo said, "Okay, now you've got to be kidding me."
No. It's a wager. Upon my return, I require a place. A small place. One not for my benefit, but for the benefit of all. A place of worship. A gambling den.
Nilo looks you dead in the eyes and says, "Absolutely not." And then Mira cuts in and says, "Yes."
Thank you.
Interesting.
All right. Gambling den, laboratory, Tempest.
May I at least carry a spellbook?
Yes. Nilo crosses his arms but doesn't say anything.
Very well.
One last thing is needed, and I'm sorry, but this is going to be the hard part.
Yes.
Nilo grins. He walks to, we're going to say, Tempest first. Places a hand on Tempest's back. Oh, no. We're going to say places a hand on Tempest's head.
Excuse you.
Excuse yourself, Lord. Now, I know if you resist this, in order to have some sort of security, we're going to be attaching a contingency plan, if you will. If you go off mission, stray too far from your comrades, we'll say a mile away, if we learn about it, an arcane bomb will activate in your skull, and you will die.
I have survived the very end of a universe, boy. What makes you think an arcane bomb is a threat?
Makes you think we don't know where your phylactery is.
He does not respond. He just kind of glares.
All right, so here we're gonna be doing a thing now where Nyla's gonna cast a spell. You can choose to fail if you would like to. If you resist, he will know, but you're gonna have to roll a stealth roll that they don't know.
Interesting.
Tempest, what do you do?
This spell is the bomb.
Yes.
I do not resist.
You feel an intense arcane kind of fissure dig into the stem of your brain.
So, if I may, back in my mind palace, a sprawling gothic-like castle lined with scrolls and tapestries and books. The very center of, let's say, a throne room appears a massive clockwork chest, and it's ticking and spinning, and it's just there. It's just there now, and it's spreading into the walls. And Tempest is standing in front of it, accepting its existence.
And that's awesome.
Thank you.
Nilo pulls his hand away, and you kind of jolt for a second. He then moves to Elwyn. What do you do, Elwyn?
I have a request.
Yes.
Do you have a mirror? Can I watch the back of my head while you put it in? I would love to see it.
Your character is my favorite kind of unhinged.
You see that Nilo kind of rolls his eyes at that request. He waves his hand, and a image appears in front of you, and it's kind of that image that you're describing. It's kind of in real time seeing what he's doing. Do you resist?
Not at all. She's watching intently. She's like moving her hair so she can see.
Placing his hand on the back of your head, he pulls back, and you jolt back, feeling just a little off.
Any visuals on like does it glowing, anything?
There's no physical markers to determine it.
Well, no data is still data. She starts writing it down in her book.
Nilo then walks to Tobazim, and he says, I will take a bit of pleasure in this, I won't lie.
I turn around and I guess I present the back of my neck. This may hurt a little.
And he places his hand onto the back of your skull. Do you resist?
So, if I resist, he can just tell them, right? That, oh, he resisted.
Yes, but if you roll high enough in your stealth, if you beat his perception in stealth, you can make it seem like it is there.
This is a wisdom save or something? What is this?
Wisdom save to resist, stealth. Here's what I'm gonna say. I would like you to private message me the results.
Okay, all right. No matter what, I'm going to use my inspiration, because I'm human, I chose that one, for this roll, because I have shit wisdom. That's why I'm doing this. I'm not wise. But I'm always ready to gamble.
You're going to need to beat a DC of 14 to resist, and you will need to beat a DC of 16 in order to stealth.
All right. You got it.
Like I said, message me the results. Don't say it.
I'll just send you a picture. That's what I'll do. That's what I got.
Secrets.
You feel an energy surge onto the back of your skull, and you jolt back. I'm sorry if that hurt.
I'm sorry, too.
And the camera turns back to Mira and says, all right, You have your missions. Eat, drink, sleep. See you tomorrow. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session. All right, you guys did a great job. We'll see what happens next time as we pick up back in the Undermountain. Roll for credits.
16.
Yeah. Whoa, 16 on credits? Yeah.
Who's the ruler of your life? Happiness is just a disguise. It gets you nowhere. Oh, you know what they say. Stay deranged. I've got to stay deranged. Oh, hunters will hunt, take a stand. Will you bow down on command? Sun is out, so is my big man. Dare to be a devil, dare to be a devil, dare to be a devil.
Next time on Story by Dice, Mira grabs a hold of Tobazim and takes him off to the side to chat.
Glad I'm quick on the uptake.
I'm going to cast Magic Missile.
You see a chamber with a circle and symbols written in blood red surrounding the circle.
You're a man of, I say man loosely.
There's something wrong.
Oh? What exactly is wrong?